all in all, we're up in the Grandad's allotment. 29th of July today. It's not too bad heat wise, it's not too hot. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just here to do a bit of watering and see what I can collect. I'll show you what I'm doing. We'll just start in the little greenhouse. Tomatoes are doing well. These ones are the ones in the self-watering ones in the troughs. So I've got some, let's see, a couple of tomatoes on there. I think these are San Marzano. One thing I do notice, the ones in the water troughs, they are a lot paler than the ones in the soil. Don't know why, whether that's just because they're not getting any nutrients from the soil or what, I don't know. I'll have to start and put some feed into the water, I think. So I've got lots of tomatoes. They're doing okay, but these aren't setting fruit for some reason. There's a few on there, but not massive. But there's time yet. Right, let's move through into the little part, into my chilies. They've done really well. I mean, they're good, but there's no fruit on them. No flowers. Odd little one, but for the end of July, I would have thought I've had something by now. Never mind, let's go into the garden. So tomatoes out here are doing all right. These are the mystery tomatoes. Don't know what they're called. Got them at the plant swap, but they're fairly decent sized tomatoes, but they're hairy. Don't know if you can see that on there. The skin is actually hairy. The leaves are really hairy, but the tomato is as well. I've never had any tomatoes like that before, so I don't know what they are, what they'll taste like. Don't even know what colour they're going to turn out. They just have a bit of a purpley tinge. So in here, these aren't doing too bad. We're getting some tomatoes on there, they're ready to pick. So what are they? I think they are black moon, yeah. So when they go red colour, they're ready. I've got some little ones on there. These ones haven't even gotten tied up yet in here. But I've got some to pick, so that's good. Grapes are doing okay. I had to cut them back again. You can see on the floor all the vines. But yeah, not too bad in here. We've got some decent ones. Everything's desperate for watering again. We had a bit of rain a couple of days ago, so the outside isn't too bad. I'm going to harvest a few potatoes today as well. So my giant marrow, it's coming on. I don't know if you can see that, but about arm length. I've taken off another one today when I came in. I've taken that one off because it was right next to it, but I'll just have that as a courgette. The second one has set a marrow there, and I think the third one is set a marrow over there somewhere. So that's gonna completely take over all of that area. Right, let's go in the greenhouse. So in here it's not looking too bad. This fig tree is taking over again. I'm going to have to get that out at some stage. Tomatoes aren't too bad in here. They're starting to set fruit. Cucumbers doing well. That's a decent one, isn't it? Is that off my giant one? Can't tell. I've got Another one tied up there from the giant, which I got off Dean. But yeah, that's not too bad. I might tie that up. Loads on, loads of tomatoes. Not many ripening yet, but there's a few smaller ones. So yeah, do a bit of picking today. These ones aren't too bad. These are the beefsteak Cherokee purple. So some decent size ones on there. Yeah, not too bad. Let's go out to the orchard. Apples are plenty. Didn't get much of a drop. It's still pretty good. I'm gonna have to thin some of these out now because there's too many on the branches. But I'll just leave them on the floor because the birds and that'll have them rather than eating them off the tree. But yeah, not too bad in the orchard. Needs a summer prune to get the summer growth off. Let's have a look over here by the tayberries and stuff. So I've tied all of these up. This is the tayberries. They'll fruit for next year. But I'm starting to get some. I've already had a good crop of the Logan berries off these. Already had a good crop of them and made a load of jam. But there's more coming. Oh, there's me patty pan squash. I don't know if you can see that one. My lonely beans, only ones I've gotten this year. Right, let's have a bit of a harvest. Right, I'm going to harvest a couple of these potatoes. Can't remember what they are. First earlies, these are Alexandras. So they're in straw. These are little potatoes. So put them in my basket. So that I'm finding when in the straw they're coming out really clean, so I'm pretty happy with what I'm getting. And I'll use this straw again for next year. I might actually do some Christmas potatoes in them. But this was a straw from the straw bale veg that I did last year. It's just breaking down into soil. So it's, I mean, it definitely works doing them in this straw. I'm definitely going to do this again, and it's cheaper than buying compost. Right, so there you are. That's a little meal out of one bucket of Alexandra. I think there was 2 seed potatoes in. Let's have a look at this one. See what this is. That's Alexandra again. These are little salad potatoes anyway. Right, I'll pop the phone down and then I'll show you what I got at the end. Right, there we go. Nice little harvest. I've a couple of buckets and a bit of straw. Right, I'm going to grab some tomatoes, see what I've got. Right, that's it. Just a little quick one today. I've watered, so I've got a few potatoes, a few tomatoes there, and A little marrow and some lavender. Right, I'll leave it here.